Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin can be so confusing. And so what I want to do is I want to help you in this 20-minute video here to first of all get the basics. How does it have value? What is it? Um, and how you can maybe be wise in going about just some mindset stuff. How to have the right mindset when you're going into it initially. I'm not advanced in it at all, but I do know that it was hard for me to start understanding the concepts because there's not a lot of people out there willing to help people at a fundamental, baby steps place. And that's what I want to do. I want to be like, teaching children how to read for the first time and coming up. So hopefully this 20-minute video will help you a lot with that and, give you some very safe ways to get started. Anyway, hope it helps. Okay, so first thing I want to start with is what is cryptocurrency, and I'm just going to make an analogy here. Imagine if we got rid of all physical cash, coins, bills, and could print no more. The computers would still show you have money, but it's just that what the computer shows would not be backed up by something physical anymore. Okay, so you can kind of think of that as the most basic concept, but not a perfect analogy to what cryptocurrency is. I mean, and so you're probably thinking, well, that sounds bad, right? It's just money in the air, right? Not worth anything, right? In fact, cryptocurrencies are not just money in the air. And here's how I'm going to make that point. I'm going to ask you, is dollars in the air much worse than what we have right now? I mean, is what we have right now so great, so much better than dollars in the air? And think about these reasons why dollars are not as absolute as you think they are. Reason number one, dollars are no longer backed up by gold. So a dollar only has the value we give it. In other words, dollars are only worth what someone is willing to give you for them. Most think of 4 tokens at Chuck E. Cheese's to be worth $1. But you could also say it the other way around. That $1 is worth 4 tokens at Chuck E. Cheese's. Because dollars are no longer backed up by gold, this means the value of dollars is completely determined by supply and demand. If people want dollars, there is demand, which in turn causes dollars to have worth. On the other hand, if we print gazillions of dollar bills and coins and give them out to everyone, there is now a huge supply. People will feel really generous at first, giving all their dollars away, but it means their dollars are worth less. Now $1 is only worth 1 token at Chuck E. Cheese's, where before it was worth 4. So the value of the dollar has gone down because the supply has gone up. In fact, the worth of everything in an economy is controlled by supply and demand. Even if money were backed by gold, even if dollars were backed by gold, gold's value is itself controlled by supply and demand. This means that the only one thing has to happen for cryptocurrency to have value, and that is demand for it. That's it. That's the only thing required for cryptocurrency to have value, is for people to want it. Bitcoin, the most famous cryptocurrency, was originally worth nothing. One day, no one wanted it. There was no demand. One day, someone decided to accept payment for pizza with 10,000 bitcoins. It set the world on fire. Now they were worth something. People started rushing to get them. The more people rushed to get them, the more the value went up. It created like a snowball effect. The more the value went up, the more people rushed to get them. In fact, a single Bitcoin is now worth over $13,000. This means the pizza was bought with an amount of Bitcoin that is now worth over $1 billion. Think about that. That's how much demand is everything. Supply and demand is everything. It controls the worth like crazy. Today, many stores accept Bitcoin as payment, and more will be adopting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as an acceptable form of payment, and simply because there is supply and demand for it. Neither dollars nor Bitcoin have what's called utility value. So to explain utility value, let's imagine you're sick. If you're sick, giving you $1 or a Bitcoin won't help you. I mean, swallowing $1, that's not going to make you feel better. Medicine will. The medicine has utility value. So it's not just this, value that's just a construct, a social construct, which is the value we have given to dollars and Bitcoins and other things. It has more of a direct value, intrinsic value. But trading different things based on their utility value isn't as simple in our heads as trading based on currency is. Everyone agrees a Coke at McDonald's is worth $1, but a Coke has zero utility value to one person while being worth much more to another. So even though everything is controlled by supply and demand, dollars and cryptocurrency help make trade, business, and life more simple. They are a tool which helps simplify things into measurable individual amounts. Okay, so that was all talking about point number 1 up here, which is, talking about why dollars are not as absolute as you think they are. Okay? So, another reason why dollars are not as absolute as you think they are, or as secure. With both physical and cryptocurrency, someone can steal or hack your wallet, right? So in cryptocurrencies, you have a wallet, and you send the tokens, the coins, to your wallet. But dollar amounts in computer systems have an extra security risk because they can be manipulated, while coin amounts or token amounts in cryptocurrencies cannot be. Your local bank of Back Hills, Alabama, has a server system somewhere. If the people with the highest levels of security at that bank want to change the numbers, what's to stop them? Other than technology that's put in place to prevent that. Cryptocurrency technology is the most advanced way to prevent this kind of thing. There isn't just one main computer server system. Rather, there is a blockchain which involves thousands of servers all over the world that have to stay in sync with one another. Every single transaction is recorded. Every single transaction relating to this token, this coin, this currency is recorded in every single computer in the chain. If someone fudges with the numbers in one computer, the changes will be rejected by all the other computers for it not matching up. So it's more secure in that regard, okay? Another advantage of cryptocurrency is, we saw recently a coin shortage with dollars. There would be no such thing with cryptocurrency. Oh, I apologize for the scroll there. Fourth, most cryptocurrencies have a set number of coins. If 1 billion, let's call them Jolie coins, were made, there will only be 1 billion Jolie coins. This means the supply doesn't go up, so the supply cannot affect the worth. Only the demand can affect the worth. This is why 1 Bitcoin is worth $13,000. When people trade it, they may trade 0.0001 Bitcoin to get $13 in return. Now, I do want to say that there is such thing as a supply affecting the value in cryptocurrency in a sense, and that is because people might hold on to their money, their cryptocurrency, their Bitcoin or whatever, which doesn't decrease the overall amount of Bitcoin that there is in the world. It stays the same, but it decreases the amount that's available. So that could affect the value. Okay, I changed the screen here a bit because I felt these next two questions were the most important to ask. why are people pitching me for new cryptocurrencies? And can the Bitcoin phenomenon happen again? And to answer that, we have to ask, can someone intentionally cause more demand for a currency to cause the price of that currency to go up, that cryptocurrency? Well, there are many projects now with teams of people doing everything in their power to get you to want their cryptocurrency. Because if you want their cryptocurrency, that's demand, driving prices up. These projects also try to motivate the existing adopters to want the currency even more and more over time. The more people who want it, the more it is worth. Some of these communities have had a lot more success than others. The way they start getting people to want the token is by getting them to believe they will make the token worth a lot of money. Then they will do things to try to make this desire snowball. For instance, they may motivate you to hold on to your tokens to decrease the supply that is circulating. They probably wouldn't do that in the beginning, but anyway, they may do that at some point. They may want you to recruit other people, because the more people that are interested in and know about your crypto, the more your crypto has demand and the more value it has. They may do lotteries where you get more tokens, but only if you loaned them some tokens. So now you want tokens more, so you have some tokens to loan, and you want to win tokens, and it's a thing for you where it just makes you want the tokens, increasing the demand. They can do these lotteries, until they run out of tokens to give away. There are many creative ways that these different communities and projects try to raise the demand for their tokens. A lot of these concepts are involved in what is called staking. So staking is a way of investing money in, so that you get more of these tokens back. Sorry, I made another screen change on you. I felt it was important to make this point that not all cryptocurrency communities and teams and projects have the goal of making a bunch of money. Cryptocurrency, for example, cryptocurrency can be very volatile, like the stock market is. Some cryptocurrency projects just have the goal of providing a more stable currency, so that people aren't taking as much risk when they use it. Or they may want to give access to electronic money to people without access to US dollars. But anyway, back to making money. So here's the risk. If one small group is responsible for motivating everyone to want the token, what happens if that team gets corrupt? That it really doesn't matter once all the tokens have been distributed and the world has adopted the token, as what happened with Bitcoin. The demand is not driven by anyone in particular anymore. But before this phase, tokens can go really high in value. The team in control could decide to just sell all their tokens and stop caring about keeping everyone motivated. Kind of like a spike and run, and it's illegal in stocks to do that. But anyway, regardless of whether you are working with a bank, so just kind of comparing banks and crypto, regardless of whether you're working with a bank that is dealing in dollars or with a crypto community dealing in crypto tokens, you have to know if the leadership is credible. There is always risk in investment. Those who take the most risks in their investments both lose the most and win the most. So you always have to consider what payoff you are getting versus the risk you are taking. Of course, your safest bet is to get rid of both dollars and crypto, but just buy land, copper, and other things that will keep their value. But I'm going to assume you don't want to go that route. I understand if you don't want to take risks, but there are ways to start with minimal risk. Many communities will give you free tokens for learning more about them or engaging with them more. So that's not risk. You can also stake just small amounts while you are checking out a community project. How do you know what is risky and what is not when it comes to these different communities trying to get rich and trying to make their currency worth a lot of money? First, is the token they're promoting on an exchange yet? Like with stocks, there are many different platforms for holding and trading cryptocurrency. If the token is not yet on an exchange, it is riskier to invest in. I mean, you can be a part of the community, you can do things to get free tokens, but I wouldn't invest money into it, much at all if it's not on an exchange yet. Second, is the exchange that it's on a reputable exchange? I mean, if it's only on one exchange and it's not very reputable, it's still that's still a red flag for that. So change the screen up again. Sorry about that. So third point in assessing risk is the third question to ask is, can you sell the token to get a more popular one? If you can't get Bitcoin for the token, that makes the token much riskier. And fourth is the token on multiple exchanges. It's more recognized around the world and everything like that. And fifth, is there a central motivation team driving the demand? And if there is, are they trustworthy? This is the hardest part. So you need to follow them for a while before investing too much money. If they have a Facebook group, join it and pay attention. So anyway, just to give you a few free ways you can start with crypto. You can join this community I'm a part of called the We Share Abundance community. Using the first link in the description of this video. They will give you a small amount of token just for logging in and reading messages every day. They'll just give that to you for free. It's not going to be much at all, but they'll give you a little bit for going in free every day. If you decide to invest more or to invite others, you will get more free tokens when you log in and read messages. But because this token isn't on multiple exchanges yet and is still mostly controlled by a team, there are risks to the investment. I personally find the founder, Graham, to be a very sweet spirit and true to his word so far. He and the community leaders have got me pretty convinced, and the value of their token is skyrocketing. So I'm investing about $125 because I feel the potential return is well worth the risk involved. But that's just one community where they will give you some free stuff just for logging in and checking the site and checking messages that they may send out. And they are on a reputable exchange. They're on their token, the Visa token, is on the Waves exchange. Another way you can get some free cryptocurrency is just by signing up for Coinbase. Coinbase is an exchange, and you can use the second link in the description to sign up for it. That may get you a bonus later on down the road. And then use the third link in the description to watch training videos. And so when you watch these trading videos, they will reward you with free token. And you can also download the Pi app, which gives you free tokens. Just for paying attention to the app a little bit. Pretty much all you have to do. It's you don't just don't invest any money in that right there, or any crypto that has all of the, because Pi I don't think is on any exchanges yet. So don't invest any money into these different tokens that aren't yet on a legitimate exchange, and have a lot of red flags. So anyway, but yeah, so those links are down there, and as always, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can get more updates about how to make money with your phone, because that's what this channel is all about. And I hope that helps you. Be smart, and I hope you I hope you get into a good community with a good token that its value rises rapidly.